Hi, and welcome to my life. And happy Easter. This is Kismet the Feral Grandma. Lightly dressed, so what little sunlight that's getting through will get to my skin. And it's a nice day. It really is. I've been sitting around waiting for someone to ask me to make deviled eggs, but no one has. I made the ham. A lot of people like to celebrate the life of the nicest Jewish man in history with a piece of not kosher meat. Somebody didn't like that the first time I put it to him that way. I mean, why not just have a brisket or a tri-tip or a steak or something? But a ham is something that's easy to get big enough for your entire family. The younger grandson had lounged in bed so long that he didn't get any chorizo, egg, and cheese breakfast that his grandfather and his brother were eating. I can't have the retail chorizo. It tends to turn my stomach a little bit because it's often made with coriander. Yeah, as usual, I'm watching the little dog. But, I had a piece of some leftovers in my face already. Pretty much that was my breakfast. And I made this ham, and it was 7 pounds of meat. And with 2 teenagers in the house, and a former truck driver, and the daughter is here, and her squeeze is here, that's fine. That's enough for everybody to have all they want. The grandson did not realize, the younger one did not realize that anything had been made that was large enough for him to make happy teenage boy face. Hey, Dyson. Dyson. If I can't see you, you're going too far. Come on back. Come on. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're not in serious trouble, dude. I just couldn't see you. You're a good boy. Honest you are. That is nice. I can hear neighborhood children out doing neighborhood children things. The only difference is a lot of them do it in Spanish. I'm in Texas, and that's possibly the most spoken language in the state. I don't know. German is actually pretty high here, too. And that's okay. We can get Czech food and German food and Mexican food, Tex-Mex if you want the fusion of it. It's all good. It's very good. What, puppy? No, you don't need to chase the neighbor. I see him over there, and you can leave him alone. I hope everyone's having at least as good a day as I'm having. I mean, yeah, I did throw some laundry in to wash. Having machines at home and not having to go to the laundromat is nice. People don't realize how much of a blessing that is unless they've ever had to do without that. But I keep my laundry basket next to my bedroom door on the inside of my bedroom. And anytime the machine's empty, which sometimes it isn't, there are other people in the house, but tip the whole basket into the washer, add a sheet of that no water laundry soap. It just dissolves when the water running into the washer gets into it, I think more people need to try those kind of laundry sheets. I mean, there's different brands. out of desperation because of the arthritis that still occasionally bothers me, because I don't give up martial arts out of, getting rid of inflammation. I do things and I ache and I don't want to lift up heavy soap jugs, right? So I tried Earth Breeze and that was good. It was real light. It arrives in a little, I don't know what kind I would say a cardboard envelope. It's that single layer of card stock type product turned into an envelope, and that's the mailer that it comes in. So you've got these sheets that will do your loads of wash in essentially a paper mailer that you can put into your compost. The important thing to me, aside from not having a lot of plastics all over the landscape in landfills everywhere, I'm not using enough laundry soap for my own wash to be at fault for all the laundry soap jugs winding up in all the landfills across the country. But I'm cutting down on them. I don't need to have that much garbage. But I was reading reviews one day, and the brand marked as Clean People seems to have better results for getting rid of stuff that gets onto your clothing. What, puppy? So I figured I'd try them. I got a small package to try, and I liked it well enough to buy a slightly larger package. Not a huge package and not a subscription service package. Amazon likes to sell things on subscription. You know what? Sometimes we have less laundry, and that's fine. I don't need to pile everything in the washer every single day. That would kill my water bill. It really would. Some of the homes in the neighborhood have, like, all their extended family present this weekend. And I will be out here taking pictures of license plates if I have to. I've done it before. I don't like loud parties that go on till 4 a.m. because that's not healthy for every kid in the neighborhood. If you prevent them from sleeping properly, they will not grow the way they should. And no one's talking about it, but I really think it contributes to a huge portion of the Hispanic population being shorter than I am. And I'm short because of thyroid issues and poor health as a teenager. I don't wish that on anyone. I can't reach stuff on the top shelf at the grocery store. I don't wish that on anyone. I'm a fall risk, so stepping onto the occasionally available little step to get something off that top shelf is not always safe. So you know what? If you gotta shut your party down at midnight or at 10 p.m., do so. There are little kids in the world who need to get some sleep. They also need people to, if that's your parents having that party, then that's what, 2 or 3 kegs of beer and bottles of whatever the hell that could have been spent making sure you had decent nutrition. They need the decent nutrition. They need enough protein for their little brains to develop properly. They need the fats for their brain tissue health. And they need sleep. They'll do better in school if they get all of the above. And they'll grow properly. And they'll have good, healthy brain tissue. It doesn't. Okay, it looks like somebody might be getting in and leaving in that car. Because right now it's parked kind of on the edge of my yard so that other vehicles can get through. If they're just waiting and picking someone up, that's great. My yard is not a parking lot. I'm going to be checking that later. I'm not being mean, I'm being real. Yeah, puppy. Their dog was upset too. Speaking of, I ordered paper towels on Amazon recently, and they arrived today. They could have rescheduled for tomorrow, or they could have been on the ball and delivered yesterday. I know not everyone observes Easter, but it's still a Sunday. You know, most of the world is not working right now. And everyone could use a day off. Granted, according to the instructions we get from Scripture, we should be taking off the 7th day. Sunday is not the 7th day of the week. It is the first day. The 7th day is Saturday. Anyone who tells you otherwise is really not keeping track. There is one people who have kept track for 3,000 years or more. So, you know, if they say Saturday's Sabbath, then Saturday is the Sabbath. There are people remaking calendars. You can get calendars now that show the week as starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. I will never spend money for one. And as long as there's an option in the calendar app on my phone, I will set it as Sunday being the first day of the week. Now, the new blueberry plant seems to be fine in the little sheltered corner next to the older, bigger one. I hope the older, bigger one will make some more blossoms. The little one is new one is covered with little green berries. I need to go rescue a couple more of those plants from the store. And I'll keep the big one too. And if it'll make more blossoms, maybe it'll have some fruit on it this year too. And they can, all these little bits of berries can be lightly rinsed, laid out on the paper towel to dry, and then moved in a Ziploc to put in my yogurt later in the year. I'm still out of yogurt. I went to the store, I got the Easter ham. I did not get another jar of yogurt. The one I like is not imported, but it is in the style of what's available in another country. In theory, it's a whole milk yogurt. But anyone who has watched my videos before knows that what's sold in the U.S. as whole milk is not. Basically, they try to get the fat percentage within a defined zone. And what's within that amount, that's whole milk. And then, or at least by the legal definition. And then what's slightly less than that is sold as 2% or skim. 2%, 1%, and skim. Skim has all the milk fat removed. Because after all, they can still make a lot of money selling that as butter and cream. But I do use cream. So when I buy this theoretically whole milk yogurt, I use a little bit out of the jar, and then I tip some cream into it. And then I put the lid back on real tight and shake it. And the live cultures, even in the chilled conditions of the refrigerator, will find that cream and any lactose that remains in it. And it gets yogurted up. Now, next time I'm shopping, I'll probably get 1 or 2 cartons of A2 milk. And some cream. And some yogurt. Get that milk up to the, put the cream and the A2 milk into a pot and get it up to the prescribed temperature. And offhand, I can't remember what that is, but I know you can find it if you look up how to make yogurt. And you get it up to the right temperature because you don't want any foreign bacteria and yeast and such in your yogurt. You just want yogurt cultures. But you've got this to where you want it. You add a few big heaping spoonfuls of your active yogurt that you already know you like. And you get that stirred in real well. And you put a lid on it. Now, I've got a yogurt setting on the Instant Pot, so I could do it in that. And I might, because that kind of takes guesswork out of it. The control board will worry about running the heating element in there. And the lid will be locked down, so there won't be any... I mean, it's not really... We're not having a problem with flies yet, but some wasps have come in the house. But it has been cool, so there hasn't been a lot of them. Do you need to go? You can go. There's lots of room. I left you lots of room. You can go down the steps. You can sniff the weeds. You can water the flower pots if you want. I know you can't get your back end high enough to water the blueberries, so I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, I want to make some yogurt. I think that'll be tasty. I must have blistered a fingertip. I've got some loose skin, just like the edge of a blister. Oh well.